All right, welcome back. Here we go.
Welcome back.
I guess I'm gonna do my blood sample here.
So, well, before we get that far,
Getting crazy.
Before we get that far, you did fill out a little spreadsheet thingy about what you thought you might be allergic to.
Okay.
Right? So we're not going to read them all, but in the dairy category, there's 15 items. You marked about half a dozen of them. Casein, cow's milk, goat cheese, goat milk, kefir. What's kefir?
I think kefir is some sort. I had to look it up, but kefir is some sort of protein, I guess, that's inside of cow's milk.
So you think you may be allergic to about a half dozen, but you marked whey as definitely allergic.
There's only one reason for that, and I can tell you right now, back in the day, I was taking weight gain shakes, and they had that whey protein in it, right? And every time I would have a weight gain shake, I would get incredible heartburn. So I'm using some deductive reasoning.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, God. 25 years ago.
It's funny that would still influence.
Oh, I still feel like it's got whey in it. No way, I can't. No way.
No way. No pun intended. Way. Right. So you're good on eggs. You're good on most fruits, but you marked coconut and out of 35 fruits.
Yeah, I don't know coconut
and cranberry.
Yeah, just same type of thing. Back when I was really young, I remember my mother gave me, I was probably 6 or 7 years old. I got given some cranberries, and I think I could probably have them today, but literally my belly swole up like a basketball.
You sure you didn't get into your mom's cranberry and vodka?
Yeah, that was probably it.
So, all right, so we move on to grains. There's 13 different grains. You marked a half dozen of these as maybe. Those include barley brawn, brewer's yeast, buckwheat, malt, and wheat. But you marked gluten as
I think
probably highly allergic.
Yeah, I think the gluten is probably a cause of it. But again, you look back at some of those malt and barley and hops, it points back to my beer, which I loved so much that I can't have anymore.
Well, it's funny because most of these are grains, but gluten is not a grain in and of itself. It's a byproduct.
Yeah, it's a byproduct, but we'll see. There's even question. We're not going to get into this today, but there's even a question of whether it's the weeds at all, right? It's the Roundup, the glyphosate that's being sprayed on all fruits and vegetables that may.
Kelly and I were just talking about that at lunch.
We'll do a snack cast on that. And whether organics help, take that away.
Right. So the next one is legumes. Legumes. So I got a funny story on this one. He marked all of them no, except for peanut. Back in the early days of the company, we were going to have a planning session, and we ran to CVS or Walgreens was right around the corner. And I bought a canister of the peanut butter filled pretzels, right? So Kevin, not knowing really what they are, threw a bunch in his mouth. I mean, it was like 3 chews, and he's emptying his mouth. Opens the door in the parking lot. He's scraping it out of his mouth. And I'm like, what in the world? And he's like, peanut allergy, right? Dude, 2 hours later in the meeting, what was the movie Dr. Dolittle where or the one where Will Smith eats the crab and gets all swelled up?
Right.
It was his eyes were running, his nose was running, his face was starting to swell, and he didn't even actually consume it.
I don't think I
chewed it a little.
I don't think I ever ingested any of it.
That was good times.
Great times. Super.
All right.
So the nuts I think are gonna pop.
Yeah. So you got meat, nothing there. You got seafood. Mostly, you think you're clear.
I think some of the crawfish type shellfish.
Yeah.
I can have lobster, but I feel like I don't have a really great stomach after I have lobster. I feel, same with shrimp. I can eat it. I don't go anaphylactic or anything.
I'm too poor for lobster. I have to go to the Chinese restaurant and get the invitation.
You go to Red Lobster.
So, All right, so we move into seed and nuts. That's funny. So peanuts is a legume and not a seed and nut.
That's interesting, isn't it?
So yeah. So seeds and nuts, you've got multiple marked as likely allergic, multiple marked as highly allergic. And it's funny. So like sesame, sunflower, safflower, rapeseed, poppy seed, flaxseed, chia seed, chestnut, you don't think bother you.
No, I don't think any of the seed type family. But you get
okay.
into the nut, the actual nuts, the walnuts, I think are probably a no-go.
You got cashew, hazelnut, macadamia, pine nut, and pistachio.
My wife swears on the almond flour. You know, she has the almond flour for a keto diet, and she's like, "You eat that and you're fine." I'm like, I really don't feel like I'm fine.
Right.
I might not, again, go anaphylactic on it, but I don't feel like I'm fine.
All right, so vegetables, all clear. Spices.
Pretty much all clear.
Pretty much all clear.
Yep.
All right, well.
Let's do it, man.
That's it. So that'll be cool.
All right.
Well,
so,
let's go.
That's the first step.
Let's do some bloodletting.
I do my little wipe-a-do. I'm going to do it on this.
Alcohol, you're supposed to do jazz fingers.
Woo, get my heart rate up. A little flash dance there.
Right.
All right. And then you're not supposed to smear it. You're supposed to literally drip the blood onto the thing. So I've never done this
Depending
before.
on how hard this is, we will either do Kelly on camera or off. So, didn't look too painful.
It's not too painful, but there's not a whole lot of, if I'm supposed to.
You didn't read the instructions. You were supposed to do your ring finger. Find a spot on the right or left side of your ring finger.
Well, now you tell me. That's probably why they give you 3 of these things, huh?
Right.
Okay, let's try this again.
Dude, that is definitely going in their Hall of Fame.
Oh, man.
Their scientists are going to be like, what did this guy...
That wasn't even close to the mark.
I think you're good.
One more.
Dude.
Man, I'm a perfectionist.
He can't color in the lines, folks.
I failed all those little tests when I was in grade school.
Boom.
All right.
Boom. So look at... Actually, I got to let it soak in.
Right?
Before I lift it.
I'm going to contaminate the
Oh,
band.
good Lord. That was fun, man. That was good times.
Man, they got enough blood there for 6 tests now.
Right? So there you go. It's supposed to be 10 individual dots and not a chalk outline of a dead body. But mission accomplished. There's certainly enough blood there for them to do what they need to do.
And off blood splatters.
So
you could probably do the Everlywell test on the table here.
Right. All right. So
All right.
Next up, now listen, my wife, she doesn't like blood.
That's all on you, brother.
She may attack.
I couldn't. I hit myself 3-4 times. Good thing I don't play the piano. I won't be able to play for him.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it for today.
All right.
Questions, comments, concerns. If you're afraid Kevin's going to bleed out.
Good thing Everlywell didn't pay us for this.
Right.
Man, might scare the dickens out of most people.
Oh, gosh. Email us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Stay moving.
See ya.